In a quiet little town where the moon cast long shadows and the streetlights flickered like sleepy stars, there lived a mysterious black cat named Shadow. His fur was as dark as midnight, his eyes gleamed like emeralds, and his paws made no sound as he slipped through the streets after dark. Shadow had a secret mission, one that only the oldest toys and the loneliest children knew about. He was the guardian of lost toys, a silent protector who wandered the town at night, collecting forgotten playthings and returning them to the children who truly missed them. Stuffed animals left in parks, action figures dropped in gutters, even tiny dolls abandoned on benches, all found their way into Shadow's careful grasp. He would carry them in his mouth or nudge them into his little satchel, a gift from an old friend, and set off on his nightly deliveries. One chilly autumn evening, as Shadow prowled near the edge of the town's playground, he spotted something half buried in the fallen leaves, a small scuffed teddy bear with one button eye missing. Its fur was matted, but its remaining eye held a spark of hope, as if it were waiting for someone. Shadow gently picked it up and felt something strange, a faint warmth, a lingering sadness. This wasn't just any lost toy. This bear had been loved deeply. Curious, Shadow tucked the bear into his satchel and followed an invisible thread of longing through the winding streets. It led him to a small house at the end of a lane where a single window glowed with a nightlight. Inside, a little girl named Lily lay awake, staring at the ceiling, her arms wrapped around herself as if holding on to something that wasn't there. Shadow leaped onto the windowsill and tapped lightly with his paw. Lily gasped and hurried over, opening the window just enough for the black cat to slip inside. "Who are you?" she whispered. Shadow didn't answer. He never did. Instead, he placed the teddy bear gently at her feet. Lily's eyes widened. "Mr. Buttons!" She scooped up the bear and hugged it tightly. "I thought I lost you forever." She turned to Shadow, her eyes shining. "Did you bring him back?" Shadow blinked slowly, the way cats do when they're happy. Lily smiled. "Thank you." Then, after a pause, she added, "Do you want to stay for a little while?" Shadow tilted his head. He had many toys to return, many children to visit. But tonight, just for tonight, he curled up at the foot of Lily's bed, purring softly as she drifted off to sleep, her arms around her long-lost friend. From that night on, Shadow visited Lily often. Sometimes he brought other lost toys. Sometimes he simply sat with her while she read or drew pictures. And though he still wandered the town on his nightly missions, he had gained something rare, a true friend who understood his secret work. One evening, as Shadow prepared to leave, Lily placed a tiny handmade collar around his neck, a deep blue ribbon with a silver bell. "So I'll always know when you're near," she said. Shadow didn't usually wear anything. It made his work harder. But for Lily, he made an exception. Epilogue: Lost and Found. And so the legend of the guardian of lost toys grew. Children whispered about the kind black cat who returned what was missed, and parents smiled at stories of long-lost treasures reappearing on doorsteps. But Shadow knew the real magic wasn't in the finding. It was in the returning. Because lost things and friends could always find their way home if someone cared enough to guide them. The end. Moral: lost things and friends can always find their way home